Hello WDS family, welcome to Classkick Beginner Tech PD. This is a recording and we will be focusing on the early tech component. Our norms are to be committed, learner-centered, innovative, nurturing, and transparent. Our lesson frame for today is we will learn about and explore Classkick through hands-on experience. I will be able to apply Classkick tools to increase student engagement during my classroom instruction. This is what our agenda looks like today. Let's get started. So already logged in onto Classkick, we're going to go ahead and show you how to browse the assignment library. But before I show you that, I do want to show you a little bit of organization that's going to make your life easier. So if you notice here, we have some folders already. This way, as you guys are adding your lessons, it just keeps everything a little bit more organized for you, okay? So to do that, you're going to click on the plus sign, and then you're going to click on Create Folder, and then you would just go ahead and type in the subject that you want, and you click Done. So assuming this one is a social studies lesson, you could go ahead and just hold and drag it. And now your lesson is there. Let's go ahead and look for a lesson from the assignment library. There are tons of lessons already pre-done for you to use. To begin, let's click on the plus and then let's click on Browse Assignment Library. From here, you can go ahead and just type in what you're looking for. So see, I didn't even finish typing it and this one already appeared for me. So that's one thing you could do, or you could also search by clicking on the subject. Then go ahead and select the subject that you want to look your lesson for. Then go ahead and click on the grade level. We're going to go ahead and select this lesson. I'm going to go ahead and click on slide 2. It shows me the lesson, so if I like it, I'm going to go ahead and click on copy assignment. And let's go ahead and organize this lesson and move it over to our ELAR folder. So now we're going to go into our ELAR folder, and here it is right here. So from here I can just go in and edit. I do have another one that I added some additional things that I want to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. So we're in the edit component. This first slide, it just gives you like a little bit of guidance from the owner, to insert your Bitmoji, your voice recording, and then some notes for you. But I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the second slide. As a teacher, you can add some text. So if you click on the text box, it will allow you to create a text box and type in any instructions that you'd like to add just by simply typing on it. From here, you can change the color of it to highlight. You can go ahead and add a background color. You can go ahead and add a border. And then this is to increase the text size, and this is to decrease the text size. If you don't like it, you can go ahead and delete the entire text box. The activity is for students to drag the letters into the box to make frequency words. So if you wanted to add an audio right here, then you would click right here, click on Start Recording, drag the letters into the box to make the high frequency word. So once you finish, you'll be able to hear it here. Drag the letters. Okay, so if you like it, you can go ahead and just drag it right there. Maybe even want to move this a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down so I can show you a little bit more that you can do with Classkick. This one right here is adding a link, okay? So the way that works is you want to have a link ready, and this could be a website, a YouTube video, anything that you'd like. So I went ahead and left this one ready. We're going to go ahead and copy the link, and we're going to go back to Classkick. We're going to click right here where it says add link. Then you can type in a title and then go ahead and paste the URL. So you would just click save, and you can put this wherever you want. This lesson has manipulative. Students can just drag and make words, okay? So how did they do that? The way they did that was by capturing a picture first, okay? So you go into your snipping tool, okay, first, and then you're going to take a picture, So we're going to click new. And once it turns gray, this is ready to take that picture. Okay, so we're going to click, hold, and drag. There you go. And then we're going to save this, okay? We're going to save it. And we're going to call it alphabet. And then once you're done, go ahead and click save. So we can go ahead and close it. And we're going to go back to this one now, add manipulative. And then we're going to select the file, which is a snipping tool we just took. We're going to double click on it. And from here, we're going to start taking pictures of the areas we want to be manipulative. So this could be money. It could be a series of things, okay? Then you can click next and then next. Add another. And then from the same one, you go ahead and follow the same procedure until you are done. Click next and then next and so forth. So once you finish, you go ahead and click finish. And so all those are going to start piling up, see? And that's where you put them, where you want them, so students are able to drag them. The next tool is add fill in the blank, which is the one that I have here. It could be like this, making a word. It could be, addition or subtraction. If it were to be an addition or subtraction case, you'd probably type with a text box, 10 plus 5 equals, and it left that same default, so if you don't want it, you just click no background and change that font, maybe to black. There we go. And so here, I'm going to just go ahead and move it about right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and select add fill in the blank. Okay, from here, I'm going to click right here because that's where I want them to type in the answer, and then it tells me add acceptable answers. So the only acceptable answer is 15. So I'm just going to go ahead and click X. And that's how that works. I'll show you as a student in a little bit how this works. And so right here, as you can see, I added an audio recording, which is spell the word cat. Okay. And so what I did is with the text box, I just went ahead and typed in the answer choices. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one so you can see how to add a multiple choice, which is this one. So you would just click on it, and then the correct answer to this one is C for cat. I can give points if I wanted to, and then click save. And so that's how you get this one here. You would just click, hold, and then drag it close. Next, I also want to show you the background. So from any lesson that you want to make changes, you can always change the background. So if you wanted this to have a color, you could definitely start adding some color. Another thing you could do is, if you notice, they have like grids, they have different types of backgrounds that are already ready that you can use. If you just don't want a background, you could just leave it like that. You can also import your own background that you download from the internet, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and go back. And here you can also click on the plus, okay, to any of those lessons. And then you can click on the blank one, and then maybe you want them to do something with the writing paper here. You could just leave it blank so they could practice writing their name. Again, you have a lot of options here of what you could do. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back. Next, I would like to show you the assign component. So now you're ready to assign it to your students. So you're going to go ahead and click on assign a roster. Then you can go ahead and import from your Google Classroom, but I have already done that. So mine is already here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And on the assign component, you have a couple of options as a teacher, okay? So if you want to use this for grades, you want to add some grades, you can go ahead and enable it. The helpers is if you want students to be helping each other, also you can be helping them. It is a really nice feature that Classkick has. The hide button is like, let's say you don't want this assignment to show until a specific date. It's kind of like scheduling the assignment. So you would just enable it. And then once you're ready for the students to see the assignment, then you'll go ahead and disable that. Let's say you post it on Google Classroom. They'll try to access the lesson, but they won't be able to see any link until you actually enable it. The next one is the lock feature, and this will lock the lesson. Let's say you give them a specific time to complete, or you give them a deadline. They will not be able to make any more changes to their assignment because you already locked it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and disable that because I do want the students to work on it. This would be the code that you would give them, but you can also just copy the link and paste it on your Google Meet, or you can also go ahead and post it into their Google Classroom. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'd like to show you what it looks like on the student end. So the students can go ahead and go into Clever and access the link. They would be logging in as a student. So they would see something like this. Here they would type in their name. Now the students don't have to type in their name. They could just click log in through Google. But since I'm logged in as a teacher and I want to show you what it looks like as a student, I don't want it to log me out. So I'm just going to go ahead and follow this method. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click continue. I do want to delete this for the students. See, they'll be able to see it if I don't delete it. So let me go back. No problem. Just go ahead and go back to edit, delete it, then click yes. Let's say I go back here as a student. The students will receive this message. Your teacher updated the assignment. Would you like to refresh it? Yes. That is how cool this is. I mean, changes can be made automatically. So as a student, I can go ahead and play my instructions here. And since I left this one like this, it left it like that. Let me go ahead and go to the next page. And the next page is going to be blank. See? So I just got to keep in mind, I would also want to go back and make sure that I put those back in there, okay? But since those are there, I want to show you more of the features. One of the interactive tools we added was fill in the blank. So if for this one, I gave it different options. So what does that do? It doesn't tell the student anything. But if you go as a teacher, then you want to go ahead and click on view work. Here on view work is where you're going to be able to monitor what students are doing. They're grayed out because they haven't actually started that activity. They haven't clicked on that page. So that is a really cool feature that Classkick has. See, I already visited slide 1 and I already visited slide 2. For this one, we have a C. And so let's try another one, B. And so it should show it to you green that it's correct. I did leave some options, and so that's correct. But if I put one, think like tat, see, it's going to put it to me in red because that's incorrect, or they haven't done it yet. Okay, here we're going to go ahead and type in an incorrect answer, and I'm going to go back as a teacher, and it's not showing me anything, but if I click on it and scroll down, it will also show me here that those answers are incorrect. That's a really cool tool that Classkick has. Okay, now here I'm going to go ahead and select a wrong answer as well. And I'm also going to see that it's incorrect. Now if I change it to the correct answer, now I'm going to see that the student got it correct. Next, I would like to show you the video component. So if students click on watch this video, it's going to appear right there for them and they're going to be able to see it. So they don't have to go to another tab. It's going to be right there. Okay. If they do click any of these, it will open into another tab. And then when they return back to Classkick, well, they will have the option here to go ahead and close it once they watch that video. Okay. From this view, you could view all slides, or you could just focus on that slide for all the students. And if you click here on filters, you'll notice that this one is the one that's already set on default, which is really cool to have because it allows you to monitor what slides students have started. If you want to lock it, you're able to do that right here as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose all slides again. We're going to go back to filters, and if you want to shrink the thumbnails, it allows you to do that. You do have to be on the view all slides in order to be able to do that. Okay, so that is really, really cool to have as well. I'm going to go ahead and disable that. Next, I want to show you another tool that you can do with Classkick, okay? So students also have the ability with Classkick to help each other or ask you for help. And the way they do that is they can click on this little hand and it'll give them two options. So if they click on please help, they're signaling for someone to help them. Then this is where their peers or you can come in and help them. And so to do that, you'll be alerted by seeing this notification and being able to click here. And then if you want to go ahead and help, you would go ahead and click on the hand and then type a message. How can I help you? Okay, that's one way to do it. Another way is to just start typing something. Or again, another student can be doing that as well. Okay, if the student continues to need help, they can go ahead and raise their hand again. Now here, the student can also click on please check. Let's say they're done, and they can ask you or their peers to check it. I know some teachers like to have, if it's a possibility, have two peers review it before you ask the teacher. So that's a great way to empower the students, and they can go in and check and then help the student. You as a teacher, you'll see the green hand. If I go back here, I'll see it in green. Then I'll know who's asking for help, and I can go in and start to check, and then maybe possibly type in the message. Great work. Okay, and you can put their hand down once you help them. Another thing that you can do is you can use the stickers. Okay, so let's say they did a really great job, and so you want to go ahead and reward the student. So you can go ahead and click on it. Great effort, and then you can put it in here. So this is a student, and the student's like, oh, I got a sticker. I'm so excited. So I think that's also a really cool feature that Classkick has. Another thing that students can do is they can add an image. So here they would just click camera. So it's something that they wrote on their journal. So you would just go ahead and click on the camera and then have them kind of like hold it up. Then go ahead and click on capture. Now the only thing here is that they do have to resize it, okay? So just keep that in mind, that they do have to kind of move it over and then click, hold, and drag in the little circles in order to make it smaller. So just keep that in mind. And if they do what's already there, if you don't, then you can just go ahead and delete it. The last thing I would like to show you is how to create an assignment from a file, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go back as a teacher, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and click on the home page. Click on the plus sign and create file. This is it's a game changer. I know that with Google Slides, you guys can change your page layout. You guys take snipping tools. You make it work. You make everything fit and engaging and interactive for the students, okay? Classkick is another option that you would have, that you could just go ahead and upload your PDF file. It's already in the size, and you're able to allow the students, and our students are able to edit it, okay? So this is really nice to know. So go ahead and click on create from file. Go ahead and select a PDF that you have, and then go ahead and click open. Next, you will be given the option of how many pages you want to import. So in this case, we're just going to go ahead and import them all, and then next, and then finish. So from here, you're going to go ahead and title your assignment. Once you're done, you can go ahead and just click on it. And right now, we saw all the different ways that you guys could edit an assignment for your students. Okay, and so there it is. If it's a PDF, it's ready. It's ready for the kids to start writing on it. And you have more interactive tools if you wanted to add some more. There is more to learn. I hope this has helped you to get you started and take it to another level by adding those interactive tools. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.